YouTube. That's right. Welcome to the Psychic Cafe. I'm Dax Carlisle. Come on in, grab a coffee or tea, pull up your chair. Let's hang out and talk about everything psychic and tarot and numerology and runes and you name it. We pretty much have it covered. Lenormand, Oracle decks. Holy cow. Kipler, you know. Anyway, so far we've got Michelle and Pamela with us
Hi,
here.
everybody.
Hello, everyone. And this is, yes, the 20th anniversary show. Happy birthday to the Tarot Guild. October 31st, 2004 to October 31st, 2024. 20 years. There's our new logo. Guys, what do you think? I love this new logo with the Tarot Guild in 20 years. And that's Chiro
Yeah.
Marchetti's cards back there. If you want that deck, everybody asks me about that deck. That is the Grand Lux. Yeah, psychic.cafe/LUXE. Alrighty. Yep. So we are celebrating 20 years. Oh my God. I feel really old now. You know, a year ago we knew this was going to happen. We knew the 20th anniversary is coming up. We had our anniversary, our birthday celebration last October 31st. And I was like, oh, we're in our 20th year now. I got to put that everywhere. Now in our 20th year, I had no idea it was going to sneak up on us this quick. Can you believe it?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yep, yep. And not only that, 1979 to 2024, 45 years of Pamela Steele's tarot journey.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God, Pamela. Where did the time go?
Uh, uh, you know, in here, I'm still in my probably my 30s, but that hasn't happened in so long. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest son is going to be 55 in February.
Wow. He's only 5 years younger than me.
I know,
Hey,
I know,
Grandma.
I know. It's awesome. Yeah, he's the
Holy.
one that wanted me to wear a turban.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's kind of weird.
That would
Shout
have been
outs
amazing.
to Michelle's husband, Dan, who is our moderator and
Oh, he made it.
lifetime member of the Tower Guild and now a certified Tower reader. Tan, Dan Matheny. Catherine's here, one of our members. Felix is here. Ladybug, one of our regulars. Great to
Wow.
see
Hi,
you all.
everybody.
Yeah, Catherine's saying hello, y'all, and congratulations on 20 years. Woo! I wish we had the sound effects, but Blog Talk's not been working. That's right. Yep. Yep. So we are probably going to be, lots of great announcements for this 20th anniversary. We're going into 2025. It's 20 years of the Tarot Guild. In January of 2025, it will be 15 years that we've been doing podcasts, radio shows, YouTube. And yeah, you know, uh, we've been with Blog Talk Radio for 15 years, but their service has just gone down through the tubes. So we're going to do away with Blog Talk Radio and we're just going to go all in on YouTube for 2025, letting everybody know now, any of our hosts that are not aware, that Blog Talk is going bye-bye. Yes, and that saves us more. Yeah, it's actually it's really interesting. I'm going to do uh, a show tomorrow with Deborah Zachow. In fact, we set it up so fast, I don't even have a banner for it yet. I got to get the banner set up and everything. And we're going to do a fun show. On her show on YouTube, she does politics and reading cards and astrology and numerology for politics. So we might get into some of that. It's apropos the elections coming up here in the US next Tuesday. And we're going to talk about her new book coming out. She has a new book coming out. After the show, she hired me to be a consultant. We're going to be talking about her YouTube channel. And, she wants to do what we're getting out of. She would like to have phone lines. She would like to switch to Zoom. We do ours through Zoom so we can have multiple people on here and then send it through to the studio at YouTube and then onto YouTube. Well, there's a lot of great programs out there and they're fantastic. I mean, they are better than Zoom. I mean, the stuff that you can do, I can't even remember the names of them. I have them in my list here somewhere. I'm looking through my list, like Restream, Studio, StreamYard, EV Lightstream. There's like dozens of these, but they're expensive. And so Deb told me today that they're doubling the fee. It's going to go up to like $60 a month. And I said, do you already have Zoom? And she says, yeah, I pay annually for Zoom and I use it for workshops, classes, readings with clients, And I'm like, you're already paying for that. You might as well use that. And by the way, you can take phone calls on Zoom and you can bring on listeners. You can give them the Zoom link. They can pop in and you can bring them on one at a time and do like we were doing with radio. I'm going to tell her about Blog Talk and if she wants to try it, but it's another fee, it's another $40 a month, and yeah. So fun day tomorrow. I get to do a fantastic show with Deborah and I get to, hang out and do some consulting for her. Really
Is
cool.
that at noon tomorrow?
So let's see. We haven't done the time change yet. So it'll be 11 a.m. Pacific.
Okay, so noon our time.
Yeah. 11 a.m.
Okay.
11 a.m. Pacific, noon,
Mountain.
like mountain time. I'm trying to come straight down from Canada where you are.
Well, you and I are on the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah. Actually, no, we're not. And the reason is
Oh,
because
right. Daylight savings time.
we don't move our clocks, but
We'll
the
be on the
rest
same
of the
time
United
Sunday.
States does. Yes, yes.
You guys
So
are smart.
next Sunday, or not next Sunday,
It's coming Sunday,
it's the
3
third.
a.m.
It's going to switch, and what's going to happen is right now the weekend shows it's 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. It's going to stay 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, but I'm glad you bring this up too because we are going to change something else. Get ready, Michelle. But the weekend shows are going to stay the same. We used to do only 11 a.m., but we started doing some evening shows because people are working during the week. Well, it's still 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern on the Saturday and Sunday shows. But when you guys all move your clocks and it stays on those times, but then I move to noon. So I'll be doing the shows at noon instead of 11. Now, with these shows starting at 6:30, that means that I'd be starting at 7:30. I cannot do it that late. I can't. I can't do it that late. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to go back a half hour. So what's going to happen is it's going to change to like 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain, which is my time, will be Mountain then. Arizona will be on Mountain time. And I'll be in synchronization there with Pamela. And so then it'll be 7 o'clock Central and 8 o'clock Eastern. So it'll actually be a little earlier. Maria and a lot of our hosts and a lot of our members are on the East Coast and they couldn't make a show at 9:30 at night, but hey, maybe she'll be able to make the 8 o'clock ones. So yeah, we're testing this out. This will be starting next week, next Monday.
Okay.
Yep. And so Michelle, get ready. Tell Dan you got to be he's got to be ready earlier, 5 o'clock. He's got to get you ready and get your coffee in your hand. So you're not
Right.
waiting on your coffee. Yes, yes. So
Yes. And
we've
with the
got a great
colder
show for you
weather.
today. Of course, we're going to be taking questions from the chat. So if you want a general reading, put something in like, "Could I please have a message from the universe?" We'll pull a card or two. "Can I please have a message from my guides, my angels?" If you have a specific question, type in the specific question in the chat. If you're watching us somewhere else, go to psychic.cafe/live, and that always takes you into our lives. So psychic.cafe. In fact, I can do that real quick while we're chatting here. I'm just going to put this up here /live so you guys can see it on screen. We're not on radio. So we know that you guys, if you're listening to us live, you're watching on a player somewhere. There's the URL. Just type in a new tab in your browser, psychic.cafe/live. That'll take you right in where you can join us in the chat room, and then put your question in. And then we've got an announcement of a big certification coming up. We've got we had to do something for the 20th anniversary. I love this logo. I cannot get over the logo. You know, I accidentally made this. You know, it's like I was looking for ideas, and I'm like, oh, okay, I could tweak that, and I messed around with it. You know, and of course, it's what is it? It's a hexagon, like Metatron's cube. Yeah, yeah, and also it has something to do with a tarot deck that I've been working on for 20 years, and it's the 20th anniversary. I guess I should finally do the tarot deck. Anyway, but this is apropos, and you guys will know, you know, when the deck comes out, why this is like, oh my God. But I just love this. Absolutely. Sorry. So another big thing, you know, we had to do something. What are we gonna do? I'm like, oh no, we've been having sales galore. We're giving away the kitchen sink and everything at the Tarot Guild. And I was like, oh, I know. We can bring lifetime membership back. So that's what we've done. We have brought back lifetime membership, and it's you guys probably remember when we got rid of lifetime membership. I said I'll bring it back for like special events, the anniversary of the guild, the Black Friday, beginning of a new year, maybe. I don't know. My birthday, I don't know. But it's going to be like $499. Well, the sales for the holidays going forward, we're going to give you a discount, but it's not going to be like this. We're dropping it down from $499 for lifetime membership. Because remember, our membership at the guild has all this stuff in it, and it's $78 a year or $7.80 a month if you want to pay monthly. So you save a little bit if you pay the $78 a year. So $499, if you're a member for 20 years, you know, you're getting a whiz bang deal at $499. Yeah, for the anniversary, we're dropping it down to $78. One payment. One payment. $78. You have membership for life. You get all of our live mentoring, coaching, and Q&A and discussions, which we do twice a month, workshops, trainings. I'm also going to throw in my course, my tarot and numerology course called Tarot by the Numbers, free, just throwing it in. And professional certification at the CTR level, certified tarot reader, the first level, you know, so you're joining the guild and you're going to get your professional certification, normally $138 per level. It's free. Throwing it all in, the entire kitchen sink, $78, one payment. Go over to psychic.cafe/20 years. Oh my God. Here, let me put that in the chat along with our coffee link. If you want to grab us a cup of coffee, that's our tip jar. Buy us a cup of coffee. So psychic.cafe/20 years. I'm typing it in there. Go over and grab it. Grab it now, because after this celebration, you know, basically today's show, tomorrow, Sunday, you know, it's going to go away. You know, it's going to go away again. We are going to have the holiday sale, like Black Friday and stuff. It's not going to be $78 though. It's going to be $149 to two or three payments of 78. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but it's not going to be this low. So you only have through this weekend. Grab it now. $78. You get everything that you need. And if you're thinking of starting your own tarot business, there you go. By the way, if you already have a certification through us, maybe you're already a member, just like Michelle did recently, you can get your next level of certification. It's on sale, half off. Just go over to the private members group. So you have to be a member. So if you're already a member, maybe you already have your certified tarot reader, go over there, because there's a link on the private members group on Psychic Cafe, on the Psychic Cafe website, the Tarot Guild members group, private, just members. There's a link in there for half off. It's $69 now instead of $138. So if you want to get certified tarot reader, certified tarot professional, certified tarot master. If you qualify for those levels, if you have any questions, just ask me. I'll let you know when and if you're qualified. But yeah, you can go and grab it. And, so there's something even for those of you that are already members. The rest of you, grab the lifetime membership for $78 before it goes away. Speaking of levels, the first one's the only one we really test on. And certified tarot professional, certified tarot master are based on experience. You're showing professional development. Maybe you've taught a lot of classes, you've written a book, you've made a deck of cards, you created a tarot podcast, a huge tarot website, blog that you're, something you're contributing to the community. And maybe you've gotten your life coaching certification. That's how you get CTP, certified tarot professional. 5 years of experience as a professional reader with your CTR. And then what's the professional development? Certified tarot master, same thing. Another 5 years have gone by. What have you done professionally? How have you grown? Have you gotten additional certifications, maybe in related fields like Reiki, hypnosis, NLP, EFT, anything along those lines? And what have you contributed? What have you contributed to the tarot community? Have you been teaching tarot? Have you been writing lots and lots of articles and blog posts about tarot, getting the word out, teaching students, doing workshops, writing books, again, publishing decks, creating a podcast, creating a YouTube channel, creating, websites, anything like that will qualify you, and you can get your certified tarot master. Well, there's one more level, and that's certified tarot grandmaster. And that one's special. You have to have made a significant contribution to the world of tarot. And by the way, probably if you qualify for certified tarot grandmaster, probably you've been doing this for, I don't know, 45 years, like Pamela Steele. And not only that, everybody knows your name in the tarot community. Yeah. So if they know who you are, you probably qualify for certified tarot grandmaster. And I would play, the drums and everything like that, but we don't have Blog Talk, so we can't do that. Yeah. But I can pop it up here. Officially, we're welcoming Pamela to the ranks of certified tarot grandmaster. Yay. And if anybody deserves it, it's Pamela Steele. And I want to let you guys know in the chat, congratulations, Pamela. She already got her certificate, but we wanted to do it on the anniversary show, with a little bit of fanfare. I put a link to a blog article, and if you guys don't see it in the chat, just go over to the website, psychic.cafe, and click on blog. I'll put the link in here. There's actually 2 articles I want you to go check out. One is celebrating her certified tarot grandmaster. Here, I'll just put that in there. Psychic.cafe/blog. And one is, let's see if I can find it here, is the blog post that says A Tarot Journey, Pamela Steele, 1979 to 2024. It has her picture, and you'll see Tarot by Pamela Steele, all of her decks and everything, the Eternal Secret Oracle and Steel Wizard Tarot. And how do you say the ABCs one?
That's the Wizard's Pets.
The Wizard's Pets. Yeah, I always forget the Wizard's Pets. I don't know why. Anyway, look for that banner and click on that, because it is a fantastic, for this certified tarot grandmaster. I said, Pamela, you got to write down, it doesn't have to be an exhaustive list, but write down a few things. What have you done over the years, so people know how you've qualified to become a certified tarot grandmaster. Well, she practically wrote a book, and let me tell you, it is an a fascinating read, a fascinating read. I went through, did a little, did a little copy editing and tweaking, made it all look good, put some links in to all of her decks and everything so you guys can grab them. And she's got it year by year, starting 1979, 87, 88, 94, 2004. I'm looking through here, 2007, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2020, 2022, 2020, 2021. By the way, when I went through, and it's funny, I told you, Pamela, you didn't have to put everything. And you said, I'm not going to remember everything. It looks like you put pretty much everything. You did forget one thing, and I added it on the blog post, and that is March 28th, 2021. My Eternal Secret Oracle was published by Red Feather based on the Tarot Major Arcana. You forgot to put your own publication of the Eternal Secret Oracle. But I got it in there for you. I was
Thank
watching.
you.
I was watching out. So we don't get to do this at the Tarot Guild a lot. It's every year, maybe one or two certified tarot grandmasters, and then we'll do like maybe a handful or two of certified tarot masters. A lot more, obviously, certified tarot professionals, certified tarot readers, but certified tarot grandmaster is one of the rarer occurrences. So I was so excited that it coincided with the anniversary of the Tarot Guild. How apropos is that?
Very.
So how are you feeling about it?
Congratulations.
Yeah. How are you feeling about it?
Uh,
Is it exciting or is it just making you feel old?
well, a little of both, but no, it really is exciting. It was just something I never really considered. Here's the thing: when you do this body of work, you start out, and somebody said, "Where do you plan to go with tarot?" And this was like 79, 80. What do you plan to do with it? And I said, well, what I would really like to do is bring it, out of the back room, and so people start reading their daily card like they read their daily horoscope. Let's get it front page news. Let's
Yeah.
get it out there so that, people to go, oh my God. They say, oh, you read tarot. Are you a witch? No, I have a hammer. It doesn't make me a carpenter either. But the whole point was I was so thrilled with what I had found. And it was a Rider-Waite deck I started with, that I wanted everybody to have the same opportunities, let's say. And
Okay.
that's why I've always been so passionate about not just reading. That's great because I like making money, a lot of money. But I also love the fact that the more people okay, the Steel Wizard's tagline is the language of the soul. All right. And that's what I believe tarot to be, because it surpasses languages, it surpasses race, religion, and everything else. I don't have to speak Dutch to appreciate the great masters of the Dutch era, the Renaissance. I don't have to be. I don't have to know what they're saying to each other. I don't speak a word of Italian, and yet Michelangelo's work thrills me. So it's the art, it's the symbolism behind it. I mean, we have symbolism around us every moment of every day if we choose to see it. And this is what I wanted people to start. Wake up. Let's see what you've really got there. Let's see who you truly are. Let's bring your truth into your day, moment to moment life, and see where it takes you. So that was kind of my whole thing from the beginning. And pretty soon, a lot of other people got on board with it too, thinking it was, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's try it. And today, I mean, tarot is global. It is not one of those, oh my gosh, you read tarot cards and then drop their hand, read my palm. Well, don't be an idiot. I find that as I get older, I do run a little bit shorter on patience.
Uh-huh.
Just,
But you kind of earned it. We've earned it when I just hit the big 6-0, and I'm thinking the same way, like, I don't have the time for it anymore. I can't put up with dumb people anymore.
No.
that plus, well, I think I told you guys the story about this has only happened once in the last 20 years. I don't attract people who are going to ask me questions that are basically redundant, like, is that person going to leave their spouse and do you really want them? Because my question to you is, if that person dumps on their current partner and runs away with you, what are they going to do to you in 2 to 5 years? Like, just question. Now, don't have to answer it. Just think about it.
Yeah.
But it got to the point where a long time ago, when am I going to meet my soulmate? Okay. I'm not a greeting card company. I can't tell you that. But I think what it came down to was, it's been years since anybody has sat down and said, I just need to know when I'm going to meet my soulmate. And that was probably 8 or 9 years ago. And so I took 10 minutes, 15 minutes of my time and explained to her why it's not possible to have one, because you would have to be incomplete. And each of us,
Mm.
as divine beings having a human experience, are whole and complete into ourselves. This is it. Simple as I can put it. And I explained it to her in little words, so her dumbass got it. And sure enough, went through a whole 1 hour reading. And, she was nodding at the appropriate places. Once in a while, I would stop. Are you still with me? Do you understand? Yes, I do. We get to the very end of the reading, and I had about 3 minutes left. And I said, okay, I think we've covered everything. Do you have any other questions? And she said, just one. What is your question? I just need to know when I'm going to meet my soulmate. Do you know it took every ounce of self-control I've ever had not to reach across the table and slap her? And I thought then, I'm not going to do these readings anymore. And I've not, to this day, I have not
Mm-hmm.
had one person walk up to me and say, when am I going to meet my soulmate? Not one. Because to me, that's not what's important. What's important is you and your journey and where you are on it and how you're getting along. Why are you attracting these morons? Why are you not attracting someone who's really going to be a true partner? And that's where I'd rather take it from there instead of
Yeah.
sunshine around and saying, oh, a week from Thursday. No,
But by the way, Pam, now you can sign your name Pamela Steele, comma CTGM.
I will do that.
Really cool stuff. Yep.
Love.
I thought I'd pop that up there just for
Awesome.
fun. Yeah, Dan
Right.
saying in the chat, Madame Tarot Grandmaster Pamela Steele. Like,
Oh
okay.
yeah, should have worn my turban.
Yep. Should have wore your turban. So before we kick off here, I mean, I have something from Moonbeam. Moonbeam is in there. Krista, I got a question from Nettie. Before we get going on some of that stuff, I wanted to do the cards of the day because, I always pull cards for the show, but it's a special one right now. So these cards are also for the Tarot Guild, and instead of just me interpreting them, I want to get Pam's ideas about it. I want to get Michelle's idea, Dan in the chat. Who else does tarot in the chat? Nettie, do you two? I don't know if Nettie does it. I know Catherine does, and so does, I don't know about Phoenix, Phoenix, Phenix. But I know that Moonbeam Magic, that's who is that? Krista, she does. So get all your opinions on this. So I
Okay.
pulled some cards, and because it's, certified tarot grandmaster Pamela Steele on the show here, of course, I have the Steel Wizard Tarot, and I pulled some cards. Here's the cards of the day that I got. So it's the Strength card and the Eight of Swords, and Strength is 8. So it's 8 and 8. In numerology, 8 is abundance and prosperity.
And there's 88 cards in the deck.
Yes, in her deck, it's 88 cards. It's perfect. It's like, oh God, I can't use any other tarot decks anymore. I'm just gonna have to use this one or make my own with 88 cards because I love the 88, you know. So when I first looked at this, the first thing that popped in my head was abundance and prosperity, both cards, both being 8. That's really good for the Tarot Guild and all of us out there, right? And it's time to muster up your courage to take action and break free from the chains that are holding you back. The Strength and the Eight of Swords combination serves as a reminder that you are capable of achieving your goals and dreams, but sometimes you just need to have patience, trust your intuition, believe in your inner strength. So that's the message that I got, and I wrote down for, the cards for the show today. But I'm wondering, what would you guys say, Michelle, Pamela, Dan, everybody in chat? What would you all say is your idea with these cards for a message for the Tarot Guild?
It's finding the source of your strength. That the strength card to me, that's what it portrays. It's finding the source of your strength, that wellspring. Okay.
Mm,
And the Eight of Swords, you're trapped by your thoughts. So follow the source to where it begins
mm-hmm.
and free yourself, because there's no reason for you to stay in the dark. Well, if one door closes, it's a door, open it. It's not that big a deal. So
Yep. Oh, Emily in chat says, I do tarot in my friend's basement, if that counts.
it does
Hey,
count.
it counts. It counts. Miss Scottish just came in as well. What
Definitely.
about you, Michelle? You got any thoughts? Oh, and I did want to point out real quick. You were saying the source, and of course, for me, the source is the dragon, because I was born in the year of the dragon. And there it is on the strength card. Ah. So what are you thinking when you see these cards, Michelle?
Well, when I see strength, it takes a lot of strength to be a soft person. And so sometimes you have to be soft with yourself to
Mm,
get yourself untrapped from all those thoughts. And if you're overthinking with all of those swords trapping your mind and your thoughts, you have to learn to be soft with your own thoughts and start pulling those swords out one by one. Because a sword is a double edged sword and it's going to hurt when it comes out. So take your time to self heal as you're pulling out of those swords. So that's what I got from those.
very cool. Very cool. Anybody else have anything? I don't see anything in the chat yet, but if you guys catch something in there, just, let me know if Dan puts in his interpretation or anybody else.
Okay.
Yep, just let me know and we'll do that. Oh wait, I'm getting a question, another question. Okay, I'm just quickly getting all the questions in here. Let's see, that was Miss Scottish. Okay. Oh, and Moonbeam said, it's me, Krista again. I'll have to send the cup of coffee tomorrow when I can get some more cash. On the last show, she was telling me and Michelle she was going to send us a cup of coffee. And I'm like, yes.
She's so cute. I love her.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, so Nettie asked for could I have a message from my guides, please? So if you guys want to pull a card on that, I already pulled some cards. And you guys remember I was shuffling the deck. Remember I was complaining I have to divide the deck and I have to divide Pamela's deck in half in order to shuffle.
Mhm.
So I shuffled it really, really good. But guess what I got for her, for Nettie? The card for today that we just did, Eight of Swords.
Awesome.
So it seems, Nettie, that here's the message coming from the universe, your guides for you. It seems like you are a little bit overthinking things. You're trapped by your own thoughts. I got the High Priestess. The High Priestess says, instead of being up here, you need to go down here to your gut instinct. You need to go inside and find the answers there. Okay. Trust your intuition. The other thing that I got real quick is I got the Temperance card.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite card in the deck. It's in the top 3, but it's probably my favorite. And remember, I developed a whole like thing, a whole philosophy from this one card because I hated the word temperance. To me, temperance is not what it actually means, the middle path. It's alcoholism is an extreme, temperance is an extreme because it is complete abstinence. But it's not really what this card means. And if you look at the root word, tempier, there's an old English word. It's you won't even find it in dictionaries anymore. You'd have to look in like a collegiate dictionary from 20 years ago, or you'd have to be on a college campus and look at their dictionaries to actually find this. It's called Temprian. It's from the same root word as temperance, but it does mean the middle path between two extremes. And there's the path. It's coming out of the water, and of course, that means coming out of the spiritual realm, out of our subconscious, our higher self, and we're going on this path, and it's a narrow path that leads up to the summit in the back, and our goal is on the summit. Now, in the Waite Smith version of the card, the uh the path and the summit, and instead of the sun is depicted as a crown with bright rays coming out of it. That's the goal. It's shown a little bit more specifically, or I don't know how to say it. It's a little more obvious, but I can still see the path starting right here, even on Pamela's version of it. So that's the message there. You need to find, Nettie. You need to find the middle path. So when you're being pulled in different directions, always ask yourself, okay, what's the middle path? Because that's always the truth. The truth is always in the middle. It's never at those extremes. Yep. So that's the message from your guides that I got. Who else pulled cards? Michelle, I think you were pulling cards.
I only pulled one card and
What'd you
I
get?
stopped.
That's fine. What'd you get?
I got the strength card.
Oh, you are kidding me.
I know.
I got the Eight of Swords and you got the Strength card. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Now, again, everybody, please remember, we're doing our Psychic Cafe live show, but it is the 20th anniversary of the Tarot Guild. This is the tarot winking at us, going, hello.
Yes.
What are the chances of that physically happening? 1 in 10 million, that I would pull the one card and she would pull the
I
other
just
card
pulled
after
the
we
other one.
shuffled the deck and everything like that. That's when, it's a message for us too, from the universe and from the tarot itself, saying, see, wink, this shit.
Yep.
Because it's beyond coincidence. It's a synchronicity, so it's beyond coincidence.
And look at the softness. You
Yeah,
have to be a soft person for a giant, a gentle giant, to be able to trust you.
Yeah.
And so that takes a lot of strength. So give that
awesome.
strength and that trust to yourself too.
Cool. So Pam, did you have anything for Nettie, or do you want to do the next one? Because I have Miss Scottish's question.
Okay, ask the next one. I think we're beating a dead horse here.
Yeah.
We've pretty
So,
well covered all of it.
but that was just hilarious. I
That's
mean,
perfect. I love it. I really do. It's like rewording your question and asking again. And
mhm.
pretty soon you start to get this attitude happening. I love it. I love it.
I love when tarot does that. Now I've got to cut this out and make it a short and put it on the YouTube channel. So Miss
Yeah.
Scottish asks, my question, if you have time, I am a targeted individual. Will I ever be able to prove this? Thank you.
I
Okay.
don't understand.
I'm not getting it either. What I think she's saying is, I'm a targeted individual. Will I ever be able to prove this? The way she says it with prove leads me to think she's talking about she's being targeted by something or someone, but she can't prove it. How is she going to be able to prove it in the future? So if you're still there in the chat, Miss Scottish, can you pop in the chat, kind of clarify what you mean by I'm a targeted individual, and will I ever be able to prove this? Yeah, even Emily in chat's going, targeted question mark. See, I don't need to really know because I can just pull cards and tell you whether it's a yes or no. But it would be great if we could get a little more specific.
Well, she's looking for more specific, and right now it's okay, clarity. It's about clarity. If you can clarify your question just a wee bit, I can
Mhm.
get you a clearer answer.
Okay.
Because just a yes or no is probably not going to cut it.
Meanwhile, Drops of Jupiter wants a message from the spirit realm. Ooh, who wants to do that one?
I thought there was one up higher, like when we first started this. Did we
Well,
miss one?
I did get one up higher. Uh,
Okay.
and I scrolled all the way down and I didn't see anything else. I could have
Okay.
missed something, but I got Nettie's, which I did, right?
Yeah.
And then Catherine was talking about refreshing the screen here. Uh,
Yeah. Well, she was having
Krista,
trouble seeing it, so.
yeah, I do tarot
Oh.
in my friend's basement. And then it was Miss Scottish. My question,
Okay, yeah.
and then after Miss Scottish, the next one is Ladybug. Can I get a message from my spirit guides? And then Drops at Jupiter a message from the spirit realm. So, hey,
Okay.
Pam, why don't you do Ladybugs? Can I get messages from my spirit guides or a message? And then Michelle, why don't you do Drops of Jupiter a message from the spiritual realm, which is slightly different, but
Okay. I'm doing Emily's, right?
you're doing Ladybugs. Can I get a
Okay.
message from my spirit guides? And then we'll do
Okay.
Emily's in a minute.
Okay. Well, that one's pretty simple. One, you're not living up to your true potential, and two, you're not following your path. Okay. Um, hold on, let me grab one from the Oracle just to see if I can get a little clarity on that one too. Oh yeah, makes perfect sense. Okay. The focus card that you need to look for is, okay, this is your focus card. This is the old gods, okay? Or the elder gods, let's say. It replaces the emperor card, which means your true path lies in the old ways. Nothing new, nothing progressive, nothing excitingly, shiny with a lot of sparkles and whatnot. You need to use your feet on the ground. You need to be grounded, 110% grounded. You need to make sure that whatever you're doing from the inside out. You're really listening. You're really paying attention, because the two cards that I pull for you is one, okay, you've got the Weaver in reverse. Now, the Weaver reverse means that your path has become so entangled in someone else's, you don't know where you stop and they start. You need to untangle that. You need to follow that thread back to the source and start very carefully. Don't break it. You need to untangle it. You need to slowly but surely. It's kind of like you open your jewelry box and there's a really fine gold chain and it's all knotted up because it's been in there. And it's like a family of snakes right now. You want to very carefully, you can't just pull that apart. You're going to snap, you're going to break, you're going to hurt something. But if you take it very carefully, just start rolling it around on the palm of your hand with one of your fingers, it'll loosen up and it'll just start to unravel, let's say. And that's what you do whenever you're trying to untangle your thread from whatever you've got entangled up in. Okay? Just slowly but surely, just keep working it gently until you can get it to open up so that you can pull it apart. And you've got it. And the potential that you're not using at this point is what's going to make it different, what's going to make it work. Now, the potential for leadership, the potential for growth, the potential for growing things. And what I love about the Maiden of Wands is she's got the staff that she carries, she's got the rune for growth right here. She's got the rune for, where am I? I can't even see. I'm too old and it's too dark. Well, yeah, that's right. For travel and growth and prosperity, all right there together. So keep in mind that as you're doing this, you're also expanding and exploring the potential that you have not yet at this point fully developed. And that's what the
Hmm.
universe is trying to get you to do right now. Pull it back, get your feet back on the ground, and figure out exactly who you are, not what you are, who you are. And Release what no longer serves who you are now. Embrace what best defines you. It's as simple as it gets. Okay. So untangle your path. Get back on, talk to your elder gods. They want to know why you're not listening.
Okay. And then Michelle,
Okay. So
drops of
for
Jupiter.
drops of Jupiter, I have the first card we got is a Six of Wands. So you are there. You are ready to take that next step. Okay. You are you are a big deal. So it's time for you to take that and roll with it and start running with it, because you are heading in the direction where you need to be. With the Judgment card, it's saying you are heading where you need to go, but watch what you're looking at. Check your perspective. Make sure that you have all the information you need, because victory is yours to be had. But with victory comes choices, right? You're in the right place, you're heading in that right direction, and victory is yours, but make wise choices while you're there. Okay. And just check your surroundings, check your heart, check your balances, and just make sure that you are in tune with yourself, with your higher self, in balance with the universe, and you are heading in the right direction.
Awesome. Give me just a second to get these questions down. I have like about 8 questions now or something. And I'm building a list so we don't miss anybody here. Okay, now I'm going to go back up here, and I have cards for Emily, but before Emily's question was Catherine. So I was wondering, Pamela, if you could do Catherine's. She says, I just lost a big source of income. I have enough in savings to supplement my kids' SSD for a while. My daughter Emily and I are both interested in finding work. Anyone picking up anything? So just see what comes up for Catherine, Pamela.
Work, etc.
I'm going to do Emily's real quick while you're pulling there, because Emily was asking about could I please have a reading on whether I should join a race on Sunday? I love this. Join a race on Sunday or spend the day working on personal projects. Okay. And so for working on projects, I got the Page of Pentacles. And yeah, that would be a practical thing to do. Okay. But I got the World card, and let's see if I can cover this properly so we're, PG. I gotta, whoever made this deck, I gotta ask them what is their, fascination with TNA. And the other thing is, uh, me and Michelle are a little upset because when there is a guy figure, his back is to us, and we're not seeing the full money, and we want a rewrite. We want a redrawing. Anyway,
Do your own.
so going on the race, I got the World card. I mean, I think that's an obvious, major arcana, minor arcana. I did pull another card for each just to clarify. So with this Page of Pentacles, doing your personal projects, 10 of Wands. Okay, it's just going to be drudgery. You're going to make progress towards your goal with these projects, but really you have this opportunity to do this great race thing. Just go for it. So I pulled a clarifying card for the race, which was I'm just going to start calling it the TNA card. Okay. Tits and ass. I got the I am to go along with that one.
Cosmic chicken.
The cosmic chicken. I'm thinking with these two cards, and let's see if I can get the chicken to cover the TNA here. Okay.
No, it's just boobs. Come on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes,
It's
but we'll get
boobs.
demonetized by YouTube. Oh, wait a minute. We're not monetized. Okay, I don't care. Um, which reminds me, everybody, that you really need to what? Like and
Like,
subscribe so we can hit that damn, we're still trying to get that, monetization thing, guys. Help us out here. Anyway, so I think it's a big fat yes to go with that. However, I want, because I don't know all the special codes that, Pamela put in there. What what is it with the cosmic chicken, the I am, and how would you interpret this with her going for the race?
You're going to have to you're going to have to embody, instead of thinking, I'm doing this, I have a soul, my soul's ready, I can do this. You're thinking backwards. You're a divine being having a human experience. And if you want to experience racing, let your soul do the driving. Let your spirit handle this. And that's going to take you a lot further. You'll have all the energy you need. You'll have everything you need if you're looking at it from that perspective. And well, Michelle was talking about that with the Hanged Man. It's a half a step sideways. Look at it from a different angle, and you'll see where it's going to work fine. It'll work great. Just allow spirit to drive.
Mm, mm. So
It's hard to draw a picture of God, okay?
so you didn't really intend for it to look like the cosmic
No, I
chicken.
didn't.
You know what's really funny though? The way this looks is very similar. I don't want to say exactly similar, but it has the same vibe with the eyes and stuff, that when you take the description directly from the Bible
Yeah,
of what angels look like, and
yeah,
I've seen artists do depictions with the eyes and everything like that, it's got the same vibe.
yep.
So real quick, I want to go back to, let's see, Pamela's going to do Catherine's
Oh yeah, about work, job, income.
jobs and anything
Okay.
you're picking up around this, how she lost a big source of income.
Yeah, that needed to happen. Okay. Whatever that source of income was, why is this shiny so much? Right down here. No. Your source of income was not serving who you are now. It did for a very long time, but it doesn't help you now. I mean, financially, yeah, but it wasn't feeding your soul, as it were. It wasn't feeding the core of who you are. And in order for that to happen, in order for you to really take what you need, and be nourished in the way you need it, that's going to help you moving further ahead, it needs to separate. And that's where you get the Ace of Swords coming in. It's victory is delayed. It's not out of the question. It's just being delayed while this pruning takes place. All right. Think of it as a fruit tree. You got this giant fruit tree, but some of the lower branches are starting to get pretty old and starting to look a little cracked and decrepit. Maybe it's time to prune those branches. Well, what do you need to prune? What do you need to completely let go of your life? And maybe it's going to come to rewriting a resume and thinking what your skills could be applied into different areas, because you're going to be getting offers. Okay. They're not going to be, you need to think them over carefully and not just rely on how it feels. You need to take a cold, clear, logical approach to it, because right now it feels really scary. It feels like it might be, it feels like however you want to describe it. But the truth is, what you're being offered may not be in your best interest. It may not promote the growth that your spirit is demanding. So do that. Now, the third card I pulled, what? I love this. I got from the Eternal Seeker, and it's the Crown. Okay. You've not that you're old. I mean, I'm old. I know old when I feel it. But you do reach a certain level of maturity. I mean, after kids and growing, and the kids are bigger and older and whatnot, where you have a certain knowledge about you, a certain people will ask you about things that you might have asked your mom or even your grandma about later. So the crone wisdom is what you need to bring out right now to make this happen a little quicker, because I keep getting January, if that makes any sense at all. I mean, this started in the fall, okay? And now it's time for things to start moving, but you haven't really set a date for it yet, which is why there's no other timing so far. But just know that you have the wisdom and the experience that you need to manifest what it is you're choosing to experience. You just have to decide how you want it to play out. Okay. And don't sell yourself short. Don't settle. because this is a card about settling. Okay, this is a card about not settling. So don't settle. And you got this. And like I said, it's like becoming a shaman or an oracle for the tribe. Okay. The crone is the one that they go to for the wisdom and the knowledge and the experience and direction. So give yourself that gift. Okay. Become your own mentor in this case. You got this.
Awesome. I'm still reading stuff in chat here. So, we're going to do a little jumping here because remember we were waiting for Miss Scottish's. Michelle, can you do this one? So she finally kind of clarified. I feel the council, don't know what council, city council, I don't know. I feel the council is paying people to make my life miserable, damn it. Police, neighbors, I don't do anything to anyone and had attempts on my life. Sounds very intense. I'm just saying. So, Michelle, if you could pull some cards, just see what comes up with what's going on with Miss Scottish. Meanwhile, Krista Moonbeam had put in, please pull a card for me. Question, what can I do? And this is for you, Pam. I think this is really a Pam question. What can I do to live in the present moment? See what comes up, right? You know,
we're talking about the council.
and meanwhile, if anybody else has any questions, get them into the chat. And because we're rapidly running out of time here.
Okay. So I have the first card I got is the Eight of Swords. There we go with that card again. So yes, you are definitely feeling trapped inside of the cycle that you are going through. But I also got the Knight of Swords, which means there is something you can do about it. And you just have to take the action to do it. And it might not be an easy path. As you can see, he's plunging forward, but he is wearing his armor, right? And so it's also a sword. You may have to start writing some letters, swords are thoughts, swords are communication and ideas. So you need to start plotting how you can communicate this with other individuals, because I also got the Page of Wands. And you see how he's just holding his cup and thinking. So right now is the time to start writing, start thinking about what it is you need to do, and get this down on paper so that you can get it out into the public what is going on, because otherwise you are not going to become untrapped with this. Okay. And so that's what I have for you. Take the action, take the steps necessary, because it's not going to just go away unless you do something. And so that's what I have for you.
Terrific, terrific. And we'll go to Pamela now.
Oh, what am I reading? I'm squirrel.
It's going to be Krista's. What can I do to live in the present moment? Can you pull?
Oh, yeah. I already shuffled the deck. I just couldn't remember what I was supposed to ask it.
And I think that's the last question,
I'm
unless someone
old
puts
and
one
I'm
in.
well, anyway. What can you? Oh, okay. First of all, you can let go of stuff that no longer matters. You're worried about things in the past. You're worried about you keep letting these things pop into your head. They're living rent free. There's stuff living rent free in your head that you should have shot and buried about 10 years ago. So first of all, start cleaning house. All right. Streamline, think streamline, because you're holding on to so much and it is time. Okay. It is past time actually. And then do yourself a favor and call in the bulldozers. Okay. And the bulldozers are what's going to level the playing field so that you have nothing but a clear space to build in. You really need to clean house. Okay. And only by clearing out what no longer serves who you are now, that's the only way that you're going to be able to bring it all together and be present. Grounding is a big one. Okay. That's something that a lot of people don't do every day, and they should. You should remind yourself and ground every every so often, like every few hours even. I don't care where you are. You could be up, 20 stories high in a building. And if you make your mind up, it's going to happen. You can touch the ground. You can feel it. You can feel it under your feet if you do. Okay. Water's good too. Um, and the
Water is
oracle
very
advice,
grounding.
the oracle advice is be inspired. What inspires you? Find what really makes your heart sing. What makes you want to what excites you, and focus on that. And any kind of artwork, dance, anything creative, okay? Because when you're in that zone, you are not only present, time and space are suspended. Honestly, I have sat down working on a picture, like a painting or something, and 24 hours later, somebody walk in and say, "How long are you going to sit there?" "Oh, I don't know. Give me till supper time." Well, yeah, well, that was yesterday. So get up and, you know, do something, because that's how being present will do. But I don't recommend it. I really don't recommend it. But be inspired, okay? Allow yourself to feel and to get excited about what's in front of you. And start by cleaning, because that way it's going to make room for everything else that you don't have room for right now. Okay? You can do it. Got faith in you.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Let me go back here and double check. By the way, Miss Scottish had said, was just thinking tonight about writing a few letters. So thank you.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, yeah. And I put the 20-year anniversary sale thing in the chat again. Psychic.cafe/20 years. That's the link. Of course, if you go on our website, psychic.cafe, you're going to see the banners for the anniversary sale. Just click on them and, just go check it out and see everything you get in our membership, and throwing in the rest of the kitchen sink. I'm throwing in the course, I'm throwing in certification, and it's lifetime membership for life, one payment, $78. Hurry. It's only going to be through this weekend, and then it's going to go up. We will still be having a sale though, but it's going to double. I think I might do that, Michelle. I think I might, like, every few days, or maybe not days, maybe weeks, as we
Yeah.
go through the holiday season, you know, it just doubles.
Yep.
It just keeps doubling. So the sooner you get it, the better, right? Anyway, I don't know. We haven't figured it out exactly, but right now it's the lowest it's going to be. Um, I might do a flash sale on Black Friday. Who knows? But it's not going to be $78, which is killer. I mean, I should be charging at least
Yeah.
$4.99 for this. So yeah, jump on that. And let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh, I know. I was going to show you guys, because I don't have the banner up yet. Um, you see, I haven't changed the time yet on the banner, but on Monday it'll be 6 p.m. Or no,
Okay.
sorry, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. San Diego time, 6 p.m. my time is what I meant. But
Yeah.
on the banner, it's going to say 5 p.m., 8 p.m. So our next show is tomorrow, but that's 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. That's not changing. Now, I don't have a banner yet for you. Like I said, we only just figured out we were doing this. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my desktop and just show you guys really quickly, if I can find it. There it is. I'm going to show you Deborah's page on our website.
Yes. Yes.
So are you guys seeing that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The
there it
clarity,
is.
the
Yeah.
clarity tarot and decode
Yep.
tarot. Okay, so her book that just got released on the 28th is Decode Tarot, Master Meanings, Reversals, and Combinations. I've been reading a review copy. I love it. I love it. She has all this great stuff, like, the normal cookbooks that are out there for tarot, and they give you some keywords and stuff like that. But she goes so deep because, it's like, okay, what happens when it's this card with this card? you know, and it's really cool. Her Clarity Tarot came out a few years back. She did with Kate Matthews.
Oh, Caitlin?
And I think it's that Kate Matthews. I think so. I mean, I could be wrong. There's probably other Kate Matthews out there that are artists, but I'm thinking it's that Kate Matthews, Caitlin Matthews.
Yeah, that
I got to
makes sense.
ask her. I'll ask her
Yeah.
on the show. So here's Deborah over here. She is going to be my guest. We're going to talk about her YouTube show. We're going to talk about tarot and numerology and using that to predict things in like the political world. She's really big on the politics. I love watching her shows because we don't typically do politics on our shows. So it's kind of cool to see someone doing tarot and numerology. And she
Yeah.
always has guests on. I'm hopefully going to guest co-host, not guest co-host, but be a guest on one of her shows, and um, hopefully we'll get into some of that stuff because I don't normally get to talk about that stuff. And it's gonna be a great show tomorrow. Check out her deck. Check out her new book. And to get to this page, it's psychic.cafe/Deborah, Debra. And you can message her. Here's the message icon I'm always telling you guys about. You have to be signed in. You have to be logged into the site to see this. Okay. And then you click it and you can send a message to Deb. And just in case you don't write these down, you can always go to her page and go check out her book and her deck and everything. So she's going to be my guest tomorrow. I'm very excited. Can't wait for that.
Awesome.
And then our next show, of course, is going to be Monday. Hopefully Charlotte will be with me, maybe Michelle, I don't know, but we're going to try to go back to our Monday, Wednesday, Thursday evening shows, but they're going to start at 5 p.m. Pacific now, San Diego time, and 8 p.m. Eastern now, New York time. So that's our next show. And I wanted to mention that Saturday, a week from tomorrow, is Michelle's next show, second Saturday and fourth Saturday of the month, right? Gratitude and Abundance on Michelle's Mystic Corner is coming up. So
Yes.
not this weekend, but next weekend. Also, that Sunday is our meeting. It's our live Q&A where you can get mentoring and coaching live with different people show up, Michelle, Dan, Pamela, Ellie, Charlotte, different people from the staff and the hosts at the Tarot Guild show up, and we answer all your questions about tarot and numerology and learn them on. And Pamela can tell you about runes and any questions you have about that stuff in general, but also like anything about the Tarot Guild, joining, getting certified, getting your professional certification, putting your business on Psychic Cafe. Maybe you don't have your own website yet. Guess what? You have a mini website on Psychic
Yep.
Cafe. Yep. And it's free. You get that profile free, but to get the custom URL and extra pages and anything else that you need and our help with, setting it up and building it, you could do it yourself, but I can help you with the banners and everything like that. That's all included in your membership. So grab that $78 membership. So think of the difference between, I don't know, joining a tarot organization, then getting certified somewhere, then taking a course somewhere else, then setting up your website, and you're gonna have hosting. It's gonna be like $120 a year worth of hosting, at least $10 a month. You're gonna have to get somebody to make your website for you and build it, unless you're gonna do it yourself. And even if you build it yourself, you're gonna have to get a website builder. Yep. I mean, the stuff you see advertised and the AI and all, yeah, it ain't there yet, folks. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a lot of tweaking on your own. Guess what? You get all of that.
Yep.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of stuff for one payment of $78, which means like you get your website on Psychic Cafe and never have to pay hosting again, ever. And you get your own blog on there, and you can post whatever you want to post, create any page you want to create, all on our website. That's the whole idea of our platform, is like a community co-op kind of platform where instead of all of us individually having, I'm not telling you don't get your own website. If you have your own website, great. I'm saying you can also be on here, or if you don't have a website yet, you're a brand new professional reader or psychic, you don't need to get one. You can set yourself up here, at least in the beginning, before you have, the time or the money to have a website, made. You can be on here already doing all that, and it's just a fantastic value. I wish something like this was around when I was starting out in tarot years ago. And let's see. I think I got everything in there except for the angelic view is coming back.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, November 17th. And then every first and third Sunday after that, Maria G. Moss. Maria mentioned something about she might have a new host for us. She's gonna have a co-host possibly.
Nice.
Very cool stuff. Very cool. By the way, if you want to be a host, go check out the possibilities at psychic.cafe/hosting. Yes, you can become a host on here just like all of us. And it's another thing. It's it's like that website concept I was just telling you about.
Yep.
Part of doing a business these days is doing a podcast or a radio show or a podcast and a radio show and a YouTube show or a YouTube show, but there's a learning curve. We've done it for 15 years. I will show you how. And, maybe you'll be happy just being a host here on the network. But if you want to do your own thing, guess what? We have custom shows like Michelle's Mystic Corner.
Speaking of Michelle's Mystic Corner, I am doing an interview on the second Saturday of this month.
Yes. With one of our former hosts. And also you'll recognize her from the first few modules of my course.
Yes. Yes.
Suzanne Warnett, all the way from the United Kingdom.
Yep. Suzanne Warnett.
Absolutely.
So I need to work on a banner because I need to get that out.
I know. And you need to get the images to me and tell me you need a banner so I can make it for you.
Okay. I need a banner.
Wow. So this has been fun doing the 20th anniversary show. Do we have any more questions in the chat? I don't think so. I think we covered everything, which is really cool. Yep. And I wanted to finish up about the hosting is you can come in and get your feet wet. And just like the three of us are on here now, you can come on with other experienced hosts that are going to hold your hand. And you don't have to worry about any of the technical behind the scenes things. We do everything, like make the banners that Michelle was just talking about when you have a guest or something like that. But you can also then, after you get your feet wet, you can do a custom show like Michelle does. And at some point, if you want to start your own YouTube channel, we'll help you do that too, because we've done that with a lot of our hosts that have, they've come on and they've done it for a few years with us, and then they start their own. Yep. So we would love to have you as a host for 2025, we'll call it. Hopefully you start sooner, but January 2025. We're looking for some new shows and some new hosts. We would love to have astrology. And I want to. Do we know anybody that can do runes? Because we could do a rune show.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Michelle's learning runes, isn't she?
I am.
But she's the one that has to do the Learn 'em On show because she's also doing our Learn 'em On person.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You mean runes like these? You're talking about these kind?
Oh yeah, those kind.
Oh, imagine. Yeah.
Mine are not handy.
And look, the runes are even hidden in
Busted.
Yes,
Pamela's deck. Steel Wizard. That's a rune right there on the back of the mirror. Yeah.
We should do one on bind rune magic.
Yes.
That way you don't have to go through the whole thing. You can just grab a, well,
A workshop or a show, an episode, or both?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you ask
Sounds
too many
good to
questions
me.
sometimes. Ask a simpler question like, is my brain going to fall out my ear if I do this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just got finished. I just got finished watching Rings of Power, Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and it's like I cannot, especially in that outfit she's in right now, I cannot look at Pamela Steele and not see an elf.
Dude, seriously.
She's so elven.
I've been accused of that a lot, a lot.
I think she's secretly an elf. I'm just saying.
See, the ears are
Well,
not that pointy yet.
Yeah.
let me go through Tarot of the Elves and see if we
And
can find her in here.
find her in there. Yes, red hair and pointy ears. And I'm not talking about Spock either.
Tarot of the Elves.
Tarot of
Okay.
the Elves.
I
But
told you
see,
I'm the Queen of
Michelle,
Wands in the runic tarot. So
Michelle,
Oh, the runic tarot. Which one
I
was that?
the
the
runic
runic
tarot, I'm
tarot.
the Queen of
Yeah, which
Wands.
card was that?
You're
Queen of
the what?
Wands.
Queen of
Queen
Wands?
of Wands.
Queen of Wands.
Okay.
Oh, but
Where is it?
Michelle,
Yes.
yeah, I think that she's an elf. You know what else she is? A certified tarot grand master.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here she is.
Oh
There
my
she is.
gosh.
Yep.
Wait, hold on, hold on. I gotta turn my camera off so it gets big. Oh, look at that. See, she's an elven queen of the wands or something.
No, wait till my hair grows out. We'll talk about it then.
Yes, the runic tarot, and that is Miss Pamela right there. Queen of Wands.
Awesome sauce.
I love it.
All righty. Well, let's get out of here. We went a little long. Of course, we almost always go a little long, but hey, we're getting better now that we don't have the radio and
Yeah.
the phone calls that take up ridiculous amounts of time.
Yep.
We just get the questions in chat, and we haven't had a problem not having the phone
Yeah.
lines the last week and a half. So yeah,
Well, what I like about it too is that we can always go back and look if we think we missed something.
yeah, yeah,
Whereas on the phone lines, I mean, how many times have we picked up the line and nobody's there, and then they try to call back and
yeah. And then
Yes.
the order is weird, and oh, and then even if we can get them on, getting them to like get to their question, and then they want
yeah,
to chit chat for an hour.
yeah,
Yep.
It's like, but we can go so much faster with the
and
questions
cover
like that.
way more ground,
Yeah.
way
There's
more.
Yeah.
another thing. There's another thing too, which is we want to hit that first level of monetization, and then we
Mm,
can do super chats. And so in the
Yes.
chat room, people will be able to click, and we will have a list of those chats and the questions on them, and it'll all be in order. And
oh,
also,
cool.
yeah, and it will also be paid. So you don't have to do the you won't have to do the coffee thing anymore, which by the way, let me do that real quick. Uh there it is. Psyche.cafe/coffee. If like Krista, you want to send us a cup of coffee. Thanks again, Krista. She's gonna send us one tomorrow. Um, what was it I was going to do? Holy
You were
cow.
talking about being able to have chat groups in rooms and
Oh, that's it. I was gonna look up, I was gonna go to not Facebook, what am I saying? YouTube. And I was gonna just check real quick before we go off the air where we're at in the studio. I'll go to monetization. We've already hit the 500 subscribers. In fact, we're at 641. Sorry,
Ooh.
640. But we need to hit 1,000 for the next level above that.
Mhm.
But we've hit the 500. We've hit 3 video uploads in 90 days, obviously. And
Wow.
then we're trying to get to 3,000 watch hours, public watch hours. We're at 2,827. We only need 173 more watch hours, and we're going to hit the monetization.
Nice.
so cool.
Awesome.
And look at the divine timing in this. So Blog Talk's crapping out. I decide, okay, 20th anniversary, need to let go of something. By the way, next year's a 9-year where you're supposed to let go of the stuff that you've been doing for forever that is not getting you anywhere.
Mhm.
And it's also just in time for we're going to hit those 3,000 watch hours and we're going to get monetization. And we wouldn't be able to do the phone lines and the chat with because the people in chat would do the super chats, but the people on the phone lines wouldn't have any way to do that. So
Yeah.
it it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of
For
sense.
sure.
Well, thanks all of you for being here. I don't know what happened to Ellie and Charlotte. I thought they were coming, especially Ellie, because she, kind of hearted when I sent the message with the Zoom link to come to the show. But hey, something might have came up. It is Friday night. She's young. I remember those days dancing till 2 a.m. And it's like, I can't stay awake past 9. What the hell? Anyway,
Yeah,
I'm
me.
old now. I'm old now.
Dude, I hear you. I really do.
Thanks to everybody that came and played with us and asked questions in the
Yes.
chat. We don't have a show without you, obviously. And thank you, Michelle. And thank you, Pamela. And
Thank
lastly,
you.
one last congratulations, certified tarot grand master. Uh-oh, I went to the wrong thing.
Congratulations.
And thank you all for sharing this with me because it means the world to me to have everybody here. Thank you again. I mean, it's wonderful.
Well,
Absolutely.
thank you for letting us be here because it's a privilege for me to be here with you.
By the way, do not forget to go over to our blog on the website and read the 2 articles, at least the one about Pamela's 45-year tarot journey. I kind of get a kick out of constantly going 45 year. It's because like my journey is not too far off that, but hers is longer, so it makes me feel not as old.
Thanks, Dax. Love you too.
Yes. So I just put the
Uh,
I just put the link in the chat, and so you all can just click that and go over to it. It's Pamela-Steele-Tarot-Journey. Just go to the blog and just click on the blog. It's
yeah.
also it's also on the main page on the community feed. If you just scroll down, uh you have to scroll down a little bit and then you'll see that purple one. Actually, it's not the purple one, it's the black one with her decks and her picture on it. Pamela Steele, 1979 to 2024. All righty. Wow, I didn't know we were getting so close. I'm still looking at the page with the 2,827 public watch hours in 365 days, which is
Wow.
what you have to do. Oh my God, I can't believe we're almost there. Dan,
Yep.
watch more videos. No, Dan has single-handedly got us like 90% of this. Anyway, bye everybody. And I'll
Good
see you
night,
tomorrow.
everybody.
Remember to join me with Deborah, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Love y'all.
Love
Bye.
you. And we are out of there. Yes. Haha.